Hi, Enneagram 8s. I'm so glad I get to talk to you about how to be in a relationship with an 8 or be the 8 in the relationship. 8s are such great protectors, providers, defenders. They are champions, challengers, you name it. They are going to be leaders. And it's so cool to have an 8 in a relationship because they really care deeply about their love, their partner. They're very passionate. So it's a beautiful and exciting bond. It's also important that you know sometimes your spouse or partner doesn't match your energy or all the time match it, even if they can sometimes. So just understand that you're going to need some body work at least once or twice a day, 8s, to make sure you're getting your fitness and really allowing yourself time to maybe go on a long walk or process verbally in your car. But either way, you going into your research mode sometimes and just resting or coming out and doing your body work will help your spouse to be able to meet you at a normal level for the both of you. So there's not a spontaneous combustion all the time, even though I'm sure at times that's fun. And then when there's conflict, if you're a spouse of an 8, make sure you understand your 8's not afraid to have the conflict with you, but they do need you to show up for that because they need to make sure that you care about them. They don't want to show their vulnerability and cards on the table if you're not even going to show up because they don't like being vulnerable in the first place. And it's not that they don't like it, it's that it's been hard in the past usually. So there's a bit of a protective layering. Underneath, however, is a soft marshmallow center. So do love them, do know that, and come into the heart space with them and compromise sometimes. And that goes for you too, 8s. A lot of times you're like, nope, I want it this way. And you're going to need to realize in marriage, there's a lot of need for wiggle room, compromise, both people to be heard, both people to be honored. And that's huge. And that goes for your arguments too. Even if you do need to show up big for each other, make sure you show up with honor. And if you haven't in the past, make sure you build trust back together because 8s need that, but also partners of 8s often really need that. So, working on your attachment injuries, even if it's with a counselor or coach, great idea. Listening to the podcast, great idea. Doing some of our free worksheets or grabbing the deep dive here. I really want you guys to have tools. And so I offer you all of that. Knowing 8s will take what they want and need, and they like clarified pieces. So this is for you, this deep dive that's very clarified, but also, and that's in the notes, like I said, but also just hearing me out if you're that spouse of an 8, that rebuilding trust, helping them to get that body work in, meeting them with clarified information, being willing to compromise, and most of all, being able to hold their heart and defend them the way they defend you. That is so key to 8s. So 8s, they can't love you exactly the way you love them, but they can show up for you and you can show up for them in the ways they need to. So this is homework for you both. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.